Hi Aries, and welcome to your daily video. I hope all of you are doing great. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards and see what's coming up for you today, Aries. First, I'm going to do just a little bit of sage. We'll see if we can get some orbs in here, if we can get spirit to show up. I used to ask for that. I used to ask for spirit to please show up and show up. Like a seance, like show up, spirit show up here for this message for Aries. What do they need to see or acknowledge? What are the energies around Aries? What do they need to see? What do they need to acknowledge? Okay, so we'll just put that aside. Because it is a spirit message. I don't want to take away from the fact that it is a spirit message. So let's see what we have. Spirit, please show us what's coming up for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, North Node. And if any of you want to tune in to the karmic read, I usually do a daily karmics, sometimes every other day, but it's for challenges you're having with certain people in your life, situations. So this is just the general Aries read. Five of Swords. Somebody's jealous or mad. Four of Swords. You're not talking to them. So we have this energy of, wanting to make something right. They're kind of, and the challenge is Four of Swords. There's no discussion. There's no talking. It could be that somebody needs time out. I mean, she's sitting in the bathtub, kind of chilling. So what is under this energy? There could be some kind of offense taken by you or by them. Wow, okay. You're like, well, I don't want any part of that. Six of Swords. You're moving on to something calmer and more peaceful. You're not engaging. So there could be someone around you who's hostile, who's angry, who's like resentful, bitter. We have on your mind the Empress. So you're wanting to have quality lifestyle, quality in your life, some kind of you want quality. Now you could also be dealing with a matriarch of some kind, a person who embodies the goddess type of energy. But I feel like these energies are more about you. So this is more about you wanting quality, you not wanting to engage in silly, he said, she said types of stuff. Yeah. So we have the World coming up in the future. Page of Pentacles in the past. It could be you're dealing with an earth sign. It doesn't have to be. It could be a message about a document. You're coming into the Empress in the World, which is, the World represents great abundance, or the world is expansion, a great achievement, the accomplishment of a great achievement. Your energy comes in as Six of Wands, the hero's victory, the hero's march to victory. So you come in here as, kind of, maybe somebody's jealous if you're kind of saying hey, look at what I've done, look what I've accomplished. You're 6 and 6. So you're Six of Swords, Six of Fire. So you are motivated to overcome, whereas there could be a person, an individual who doesn't want to overcome. They just want to be stuck in some negative energy or something. The Knight of Coins, something is coming to you slowly, being offered, slow movement. What are you hoping for here, Aries? What is Aries spirit hoping for? Okay. You're hoping for the Emperor. So there's something where you want to be owning your own power, in charge of yourself. So we have Emperor and Empress again. So there could be something about a power couple, a match to your energy. Okay, so there's something about walking away from something where you feel pressured or resentful. And Two of Wands, this is like at the last minute or suddenly inspired to go in a new direction. 10 of Wands is, you know, you're motivated to take on a lot, but it's at a point where this is the end of how much you can take. 8 of Cups is, I'm going to move on, and because I don't feel like I'm going to have my wish. It is an emotional response, so it is, you know, I feel this way, so therefore I'm leaving, or I'm departing. I'm no longer interested. Okay, so there's this departure. Feeling like you're under pressure, maybe. We have the King of Swords, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, somebody who's being possibly kind of cold or straightforward. It could be any air sign, grown, adult, who's giving you information. King of Swords gives information. It's funny how in this sign, or this card, King of Swords has on Aries ram ears. So it could be you saying to someone, enough is enough. This is my truth. The King of Swords speaks the truth, or it's a very firm yes or a very firm no. There's no maybe with a King of Swords. So your 8 of Cups, a lot of Scorpio energy here. We have Scorpio life cycle. Your energy is 6 of Wands, which is Jupiter. You're living your best life. So what is the problem? Someone's coming in really slow, taking their time. And your future position, though, is really good. You come into the world. You come into the great success and the great achievement. So this may have taken a while. And under the deck is 6 of air. No contact, you know, not speaking to someone, moving on. What is this Knight of Coin? Okay. That person who's moving very slow, taking their time, they are 2 of Swords. They don't know, or they haven't been told. Maybe they have a tough choice to make. So what do you come into here with the World? It is kind of a loyal energy. They're not quick to leave. They are slow. They take their time. But they are moving. Like they are kind of in motion. The Moon. Okay, so there's things that are hidden. Last night, or could be still now, we have a full moon in Aries. So the emotions are very intense. There could be anger. There could be passion. There could also be motivation to get something done that you feel strongly about. So full moons intensify the emotions. So in Aries, first house, you could be very motivated to do something, you know, to exercise or to do something for your physical self. Okay, so you're coming into the World. What is the World about here? What is the World? The Magician, Gemini energy, and the Judgment. And the Fool and the Death. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have somebody arranging, fixing, being resourceful, very skilled. The Magician is very skilled. We have the Fool. We have a new beginning. We have something that is free and fresh. Fresh start, unburdened energy. And we have the Death card. So we have something that is an ending and a transformation. Okay, so you're coming into change. Somebody around you is taking their time, maybe trying to make up their mind. There is a Judgment behind it and a 2 of Cups. Okay, so it looks like they choose you. Somebody could be choosing you. What is this King of Swords? Who or what is King of Swords? The Star card. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, so you could also be healing and recovering, letting go, releasing, healing after something you went through. You are 8 of Cups and Star, so it's kind of like, I'm done with that, I'm moving on. So why is there a death card? A death card here. 10 of Swords. Okay, so something stressful is over in your scenario. All 10s in tarot are the end. So it's the end of a cycle. Why is it the Moon? Why is it so hidden and mysterious? With the 2 of Swords, a lack of information. Ace of Cups, the cup of emotions overflows. Feeling very, very strongly about something. But also very committed. But the Moon and the Ace of Cups is like they're following their intuition. They're following how they feel about a situation. And what is your energy? 6 of Wands. You're on this hero's march, parade. Truth. Okay, 7 of Wands. There's something that you had to defend against. You had to defend against maybe your reputation. Page of Swords is underneath, which could be gossip. It could be petty. The Page of Swords can be curious, but also immaturity, someone immature. We have you getting the truth about this situation. Ace of Swords, and you feel like you're on this victory march. So why do we have the Star? The King of Fire, Aries, Leo, or Sag. This could be you in a, like, taking the lead, taking the initiative. It's not so much, it is leadership, but it's more maturity and initiative. So there's 2 kings as well around the outcome. You want to be the emperor. On your mind is an empress, or you want to be quality, you want to be value. We do have 2 very intentional people around the energy. King of Swords, King of Wands. Taking the initiative, giving the information, telling you, and also taking action. What is the Death? So the Death is the 10 of Swords. So what is the Death? Of a 5 of Wands and 3 of Swords and 5 of Cups. A very difficult situation that possibly you've been going through. Very competitive, possibly hostile. 5 of Wands is trying to fight for what you think is right, and what being motivated to, like, all 5s are, I need correction in this situation. Competitive is like you feel like you're in turmoil. And you do have Justice coming in here. Major Arcana card for things that are balanced and made fair according to the situation. Made fair according to who is, you know, more in the right. And so Justice is here coming in. Now, it does bring in the Death and the 10 of Swords. So it brings in like a closing out of something. And there is a 5 of Cups underlying. So somebody could be disappointed. I don't feel like it's you. Page of Swords. Okay, so what is this truth about that Aries is getting with the Justice? The 2 of Wands, suddenly going in a new direction. Feeling inspired or surprised and taking action on that motivation. The Strength and the 7 of Wands. You've been very brave. There's a lot of something's moving very fast, accelerating, messaging. Why is there Ace of Cups around? Temperance and 7 of Wands. Somebody feels like they have to defend or fight for something around you. And how does this play out with the 2 kings? The 2 of Cups. So you have an allies, supporters, or friends. You have someone who understands you. It could be one person who embodies both fire and air. The person could have an Aries moon and like a sun sign in Aquarius or Libra or Gemini. We do have the Sun card, so we have something coming to light, being exposed, the highest form of enlightenment, positive energy, so that's a good thing. And then we have here the Queen of Water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There could be something illuminated or showing the way here. Now, why is somebody fighting for something that they feel strongly about, but they really don't have a clue? What is that about externally? Who is this person that doesn't understand or isn't informed? Maybe they weren't told. They don't know. Oh, that's going to change. It is a devil energy, so it is something meant to control or hold someone back. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune coming in here with that energy. So we have changes, fate, and destiny. There is the devil behind it with the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign feminine. This could be a person who you have a history with. The devil and the Queen of Swords. This is somebody who typically is really nasty or mean, or it could also be somebody who's very extreme. Somebody who... It could also be somebody who is knowing the truth and speaking out the truth. The devil, though, is usually someone or energy of wanting to hold someone back or repress. So, okay, so you have a lot of good energies. You're coming into healing. You have a Two of Cups. You have 2 masculines, 8 of Cups. You walk away. You walk away from a conflict, and something is permanently changed with the Justice and the Death. So the Death brings in 8th house Scorpio energy of endings and beginnings. And so once this situation closes out, that possibly you weren't liking, it may have been a lot of hostility, a lot of resentment. 4 of Swords in the crossing. So there's something where someone's not saying anything, refusing to talk, maybe refusing to testify, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm just going to grab an oracle message. Okay, so I have the oracles here. This deck is called the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. So let's take these oracle messages pretty seriously, because this is a deck I've had for a very long time, and it is very predictive. Spirit works well with these cards. I've used them thousands of times, and they're very accurate, so I want to take responsibility and be respectful, and not just kind of treat it like it's a vending machine of answers. So Spirit is saying that something is coming in to change and close out a hostile situation in your life, where you are shining your light so bright and feeling like you've overcome many things. The person around you is 2 of Swords to the Moon. They really just don't understand. Maybe they don't know you, but they are in an energy of I don't know, and they're moving slow. So let's see what's coming in. You want to be Emperor. You get 2 Kings and a 2 of Cups. So you have 2 people taking the initiative. All right, and you come into healing, and you can walk away from a situation that's no longer working for your highest good. Okay, Spirit, please show us. Let's just get 1 card for Aries today and see what they need. The Goddess of the Moon. Your intuition is right. Your intuition is strong, and it is correct. So we did have that full moon, so maybe you had intensified emotions. There is a man holding a heart underneath. This could be somebody coming towards you with their feelings, wanting to express love, care, compassion. Oh, there's a door to value behind that too. So there could be money or opportunities coming your way. What's behind that? That blossoming abundance. Let's just go back one more. Strength and 3rd chakra, joy. Your solar plexus. When your solar plexus is activated and energized, it's usually because it's something that you like that's going on in your life. It's not something that you despise and hate. You know, like having to eat Like for me, I don't really like spinach that much. But so it's like you're being forced to eat spinach every day and you're like, I don't like it at all. Like it doesn't change. I'm not into spinach. And, you know, and I'm not crazy about oatmeal. So I wouldn't like want to eat an oatmeal spinach smoothie. Like, so yeah, so something that you don't like that's hostile around you is going to change, and you're coming to a great achievement with the world. So let's see what we have here. Show us your spirit. One more for Aries. A marriage. Okay, we have marriage. So something concerns a marriage. Let's do just a couple more here. Ooh, the coffin. Someone's going on a journey. Something could be over or ending. Or transforming. Somebody could be getting married because you're happy about it. So we have here the courthouse. Maybe somebody went to a courthouse and decided I'm getting married, and you'll find out about it. It's a main female. So we have main female. Or you're the main female. Someone in the community or something about the community. What comes in? A job. Your energy is being like going before a board or being chosen. Somebody's thinking very strongly about you. Okay, the card of concerns just fell on the floor. Expectation and waiting is your energy. And what else? Oh, this is nice. It's always good. We have the wealthy man and sudden wealth. So who comes into that energy? It's kind of your outcome. It is coming up as, so somebody's thinking about you. This could be somebody who wants to help you, or it could be a client, because somebody is thinking about you here, Aries. It's showing you're working. The coffin and the cross, that could be a change. Underlying is courthouse, which could be any kind of job, any kind of situation where a situation is being decided on at a higher level. Okay. I really like the fact that these two cards came out. That's always a good thing. I mean, there's supposed to be two very positive cards in this deck, which is called, I think this is the Lenormand. And there's many Lenormands out there. You don't have to get, oh no, it's not the Lenormand. This is the Kipper. But it is basic, just like Gypsy fortune teller cards, where I have an actual Gypsy fortune teller deck somewhere. But yeah, they're just basically all the same. The Gypsy cards have a few more different ones. We could get a card here from the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Ah! I need it. Okay. So I have the Kipper card that I'm going to put back real quick. And you can get any of these decks on Amazon, or you might be able to get them at Barnes & Noble. But the card that fell out is your Heavenly Father knows that you have need of all these things. So then I would say also there's the energy of ask and you shall receive. And with what level you believe you will receive. So if you're like, well, I'll pray, but no one ever listens to me. You know, I don't think that's the right way. I always go, thy will be done. Like, I do like a prayer and then whatever you think, you know. And then I also follow my own intuition. I don't give up my own agency. I do follow my own intuition. What am I guided to do? So therefore take no thought for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Don't worry about what's coming tomorrow. And then love one another as I have loved you is here. Those are nice. Also, Aries, if you'd like a private reading, they're on my website. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you again next time. And I'm going to set up this room so that I have another view coming in at a different angle so that you don't have to just look at me straight on. But I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, Aries.